Ethan, obviously over the last couple of games, it's kind of each game's came down to a possession or two each way. And the bounces haven't gone your way. First Purdue and Maryland, and obviously goes the other way today. Can you just kind of characterize what that means for you guys going forward and how important that is as a team?
Yeah, that's kind of how we felt in the locker room going into this game. Is if we executed better down the stretch in the 3 losses that we've had, then we'd be sitting at 6-0 rather than 3-3. So that's kind of the mentality we came in, and we knew that we had to execute once the game got tight down the end. And that's what we did.
Ethan, I was wondering if you'd give me your impressions of Nate's game today. He played really great defense. He had some key shots. Just his overall effort, and what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously a team game, and it's huge when we have Nate stepping up and hitting those big shots like you mentioned. But not only that, like you said, his defense on Teskey and being able to shot block around the rim, it was big for us. And I can think of a couple of visuals in my head about him blocking Xavier Simpson when we needed a stop, and so it's big when he plays like that.
Jim, all right. Ethan, the last 2 home games you guys have lost, tough ones. Knowing how important it is to hold serve in this league, how big was today, and how much did you guys beat up the crowd?
Yeah, we've felt that way going into every Big Ten game. This is a big one and we have to get it. So, but with the hole that we've dug ourselves being 3-3, we start out. This was definitely a little more juice, and there was a little more juice in the stands today as well. And I know Brad's always pump up the crowd and get everyone into it. Nate does it sometimes too. So it's always nice when we get a full crowd and they can get behind us.
Yeah, kind of going off that, Brad, how much, you're kind of an energy guy for the team, how much do you use today, in the crowd as to kind of help you guys propel forward, especially, down the stretch?
Whatever momentum and advantage we can get. Like when you play in your home court, you want to take advantage of every opportunity and every advantage that you can have and get as much leverage as you can. And, playing to the home crowd and getting them into the game. Not only does it get them into the game, but it gets our juices flowing, it gets our energy up. When we have 40 minutes of energy, we're a pretty tough team to beat.
Brad, back here, speaking of energy, I think when Ethan came back off the bench with about 8 minutes to go, he had a nice little run there. And one of the plays was him rooting out that loose ball and diving on the floor. You guys seemed to react to that. What did you think of that?
That's our All-American. I don't know how many All-Americans dive on the floor for loose balls, but ours does. That's something that we all feed off of. We always feed off his energy, whether it's in games or in practice. That's a responsibility that he has. And so it's huge that those little things don't go unnoticed by our team and by our coaching staff. So when he has energy, it's infected to the rest of the team.
Jeff.
Ethan, a play before that though, I think Michigan had a breakout and may have scored if not for Brad playing defensive back. I think that led to a basket as well. Did you guys need to make plays like that in such a tight game where maybe it's a 50-50 ball just to win the game?
Right, that's kind of Wisconsin's MO, is going out there and winning the 50-50 battle. And that's what we try to do every day. Coach preaches it. They missed some shots that we needed them to miss, and we made some plays that we needed to make.
Back.
Nate, you've had a really nice streak of games recently. Compared to last year when you were kind of just thrown in a little bit as a freshman, how much more comfortable do you feel now as the season's kind of progressing?
The experience I got last year definitely helped. I knew what I needed to work on in the offseason, and just getting bigger and stronger and just more comfortable in the game has really paid dividends this year.
Tammy, on the right.
Nate, what does this game do for you? I mean, has it been one of the most exciting that you've been a part of in your career here? Can you just give me your impressions about how you felt out on the floor? You just seemed like you were everywhere, as opposed to some other games where you're more, I don't know if you call it role playing, but you really seem to have a pep in your step that I haven't seen before.
I was just having fun out there playing with my guys, and they're an undefeated team, and we're the first team to beat them, and they're top-ranked team at home. I just remember when we beat Purdue last year at home, I had kind of the same feeling after we won the game.
Here.
Ethan, over on the side. A few years ago, you guys were scuffling a bit of league play. Michigan State came in here highly ranked. You beat them in a tight game and went. I think that kind of bolstered the team's confidence. I'm curious if you think this game can have the same effect moving forward.
Yeah, I think it can have a similar effect, but the biggest thing for our team is to not get complacent. You know, we played really well tonight, but we're not going to act like that's going to automatically carry over. It has to do it in the next couple days of practice and come out and play the same way every game.
Guys, the crowd was great tonight. Obviously, you just beat the number 2 team in the entire nation, but as much as they were cheering after the game, they were kind of groaning when you guys let up some key rebounds. One rebound led to a 3-pointer, another one led to another possession. What were you boys all saying to each other in huddles or on the court? Hey, about these rebounds, we're giving them second and third opportunities.
Next play, unfazed. Unfazed was kind of our term for the game. No matter what happens, we're going to be unfazed, not on the next play. It's something that we've been talking about all week and something that we're going to keep talking about moving forward. You know, sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way, but the effort always has to be there to get the ball on rebounds, or whether it's turnovers, missed free throws, missed shots, just unfazed and get to the next play. I think that's going to be a good theme for our team moving forward.
Ethan, you and John, sorry, over here. You and John Teskey have, matched up several times now. I don't know if you remember as a freshman, he really struggled in a few minutes against you. How have you seen him evolve and become a tougher matchup here in the Big Ten?
Yeah, watching film on him prior to the game, the biggest thing that you noticed was his ability to stretch the floor a little bit more. And I know that he had a big 3 that he hit down the stretch. And then his post presence on defense has really come a long way since that time where I met him as a freshman.
In the back.
Brad, you guys forced 16 turnovers. What was the key on defense to force those turnovers?
Energy and communication. You know, something that Coach Gard's been talking a lot about recently. Just making sure we're 5 guys connected out there. So if someone makes a mistake or slips up, we have one on our back, whether it's a rotation or it's a communication. Just making sure that we stick together in defensive end.
Stephen, back.
For any of you guys, just how close some of the losses have been recently. What's kind of been your favorite part about a moment like that, rushing the court and enjoying it with the fans, for any of you?
Just helps us get back on track and gives us a lot of confidence moving forward. Because, we beat a team like that, we know we can play with anybody.
Jim, all right. Brad, you guys did a much better job on Poole, specifically in the second half defensively. What was the difference there, did you think?
Yeah, I think first we got him in foul trouble. I think when he's a great player, he's a handful to stop. But when you make great offensive players defend, you can get him in foul trouble, maybe wear him down a bit. He's a really good player. We try to chase him around screens, run him off the 3-point line. I still gave up one in the second half, 2 more on the 3-point line. But I think the biggest thing, we got him in foul trouble. And when he's not in the game, he can't score.
You guys held against Presidicus scoreless today. Was that an emphasis going into the game to really focus on him?
No, I think we took everyone. It's a team defense. We were focused on all 5 guys on the floor. But Ethan played great defense on him throughout the game. And again, we got him in foul trouble. That's something that we've been talking about a lot. And you want to try to get the other best players in foul trouble because they can't impact the game on the bench. So that's something that we've been working on and talking about. But Ethan played great defense on him throughout for a whole 40 minutes.
Tom, all right.
Ethan, did you expect to get an intentional foul call there on that foul? And had you guys go to the line for 4 shots? Or ref say anything to you at all?
No, he didn't say anything.
Did you hear the ref say anything?
No, they don't really do that. But he, I wasn't in play with the ball. It wasn't like I was setting a ball screen or anything where the ball was anywhere near me. So I think by definition in the rule book that's an intentional foul. But I guess you could probably check on that faster than I could.
Guys, again, you beat the number 2 team in the nation. Take us all in the locker room. What was that like? Did Coach Gard do like a Roy Williams coming and dancing, anything like that? Take us in there.
No, he didn't show us really any dance moves, but it was a happy locker room. I think after the last couple weeks that we've had, it felt good for all of us to come in there. At first we kind of just went over the game, but it's a little more fun to go over the game when you have a smile on your face after a win. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of energy, but then again we know that it's still January. We got a lot of work to do. This is just going to get us momentum. We're going to keep moving forward.
Take one more from the players in the back.
Brad, Aleem Ford seemed to make the most of his minutes today. 9 points and 14, second leading scorer. How big did that and one kind of energize you guys, and what can he do for you guys when he's confident in his shooting right now?
He's huge. I think our whole teammates and our coaches have been on him just to continue to be confident, continue to be aggressive. The shots will fall, but again, just focus on those little things. Being aggressive, getting rebounds, and the shots will come. But you know, he's huge for us. Kobe King was huge off the bench as well, and Brevin and Chuck when they get in. You know, there's a lot more than just scoring the ways you can impact the game. So all four of them did a great job coming off the bench. And Aleem was huge. You know, 2 big threes. The end one gave us a lot of energy. Those little things just kind of boost each other up and bring us together. So, you know, our bench was huge tonight.
Thanks, guys.